you can achieve anything you want in your life through your imagination. By being able to have a clear picture in your mind of what you want, you will be able to achieve anything you want. And in this video, we will talk about the steps and techniques that you can take to be able to do that. So when I say visualization, there's visualization and visualization meditation. And these are two separate things. They're not interchangeable, because visualization meditation is when you use a visual to hold as a focus for your meditation. For example, you sit there and you imagine a happy place, a quiet garden, and you visualize all of the sensory inputs, such as the flowing water or the birds and they're chirping, or all sorts of other things to basically give you that image and take you to a place outside of your physical body, so that you are in this mental place that keeps you within the meditation. Now, a visualization is less of a meditation per se and more of just using your specific imagination to create a very detailed image of what you wish to occur. For example, Michael Phelps actually used meditation to increase his performance, to be able to visualize him winning. Before he would do, and this actually comes from his coach, before he would even go out and do any sort of competition of swimming, what he would do is he would sit there and visualize what it felt like for him to win, what it felt like to see the clock, to be right there, to touch the wall, to have the gold medal around his neck, etc., etc. Just visualizing and specifically feeling the intense emotions of winning. Now, what that does is that it not only motivates your mind, but also gives a sort of deja vu, and also takes away those feelings of insecurity or anxiety, because your mind has a clear picture of what it's trying to go for. And instead of it focusing on the failures or focusing on the potential future of failing, since you've created such a visual and detailed image of what winning is, then your mind knows exactly what it wants to do and how it wants to do it. And you can even visualize what the goal feels like and what it feels like to get there. So I'm going to tell a little bit more about specific techniques and also benefits of why meditation with visualization is so good. So here's the science of how visualization affects the brain. So specifically, there is a small part of the brain around the center called the amygdala. It is responsible for fight or flight response, excuse me. And the thing is, it cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imaginary. Whatever experience that you have outside of yourself and within your mind, it cannot distinguish between if it's real or not, so it sees everything as real. Whatever you think, you actually think it thinks is happening. So what you visualize, your brain thinks is actually happening. So there was actually a study done specifically on finger growth. There was a finger exercise, a lifting finger exercise, and there was the control group, a study who did the finger exercise physically, and another group which just imagined themselves. They visualized themselves moving their finger. So what they found is, of course, the control group only had 0% growth in their finger. The workout group had 30% growth in their finger. And the group that only visualized, get this, had 22% growth in their finger. That's only an 8% difference. Imagine what that 22% increase in physical growth can do for anything else. So the same thing with Michael Phelps and all his success. Imagine if you use visualization for that new job, or creating your own business, or whatever you wanted to do. Having that visualization, having that visual, and creating and giving as much detail as possible, you would be able to have so much more ability and so much more productivity and performance to be able to actually achieve it. So here are the benefits to visualization. So we have about 8 of them. So Number one, it improves your overall performance. No matter what you do, no matter what profession you have, it increases your performance. If you're able to visualize your goal and the process of how to achieve it, you will achieve it. Remember, the brain doesn't understand what's real or not. So if you visualize that you're succeeding, then it thinks you're actually succeeding and you will succeed. So then it also increases your focus. Because you're pressing your mind, you're straining your mind, it's exercising the mind. It's like a dumbbell lift for your mind. Because you're doing that, it also is training your mind for focusing. And the more you visualize, the more you're mentally focused on something, and the stronger your mind gets with keeping focus. So then it also decreases stress and anxiety. When you are keeping yourself in a mindset through visualization, when you're keeping your mindset in positivity of just continuously visualizing yourself, achieving the things you want, meeting that girl of your dreams, getting that job interview, when you have that motivation and those visuals of positivity, it brings you into a more positive state of being. So then insomnia relief. You can specifically use visualization to visualize yourself relaxing. And again, since your brain cannot distinguish between relaxing or cannot distinguish between real and imaginary, it actually thinks that your body is relaxing, so it tends to help relax it. So then it also boosts immunity. The placebo effect. People that are given sugar pills and believe because the doctor tells them that this is a cure that is able to help, or this is a special pill that's able to alleviate their pain. So they take it and, damn doc, I actually am alleviated from this. That's a great pill that you gave me. And the doc is like, it was really just a sugar pill. But I'm not going to tell the patient that because placebo effect. So since the body and the mind are connected, if you think positive, healthy thoughts about yourself, you get healthier. Or your body is much stronger because it's thinking that it's stronger, and it becomes stronger. So then it also alleviates migraines and pains. So with putting your brain under stress, it actually increases what is known as neuroplasticity, the brain cells talking to one another. So then it actually brings together and makes your brain stronger. So then decreasing depression, just like with stress and anxiety, with your mind being in a more positive state, it actually helps to bring you into a more positive state of being. It also boosts your confidence because it makes your goals, seeing your goals, visualizing them, actually seeing what it would feel like to achieve them, and seeing what it would feel like, the process of achieving that, the process of going to the gym, it makes your goals seem more tangible. So then because they seem more tangible and more realistic in a way, then you actually start believing that it's possible, and you feel that boost in confidence and boost in motivation to actually achieve things. Now, we have talked about the science, and we have talked about the benefits. So why don't I just go ahead and start giving you the techniques that you can use. I have 3 golden techniques that you can use. Just visualization by itself, and then I will teach you how to do visualization through meditation. So for visualization, there are 3 techniques. The first one is the congrats technique. This is jumping into the failure of your past or something that you desire of your future and visualize yourself. Visualize yourself in the future achieving that goal. What does it feel like? What exactly does it look like to feel like achieving? Who's cheering you on? Who are you partying with after achieving that? What does it feel like to get the medal? What does it feel like to click the keys and hear that car rev up? Or what does it feel like to finally kiss that girl or kiss that guy or kiss whoever you want to kiss? Then when it comes to the past, it can help alleviate past pains by jumping into the past and visualize yourself going through that experience in a stronger way. Visualize yourself going through and being the strong version of yourself, being strong and getting past those bad experiences. Of course, you're going to still remember what exactly happened, but if you're able to reframe it using these visualizations, you'll be able to get past them and heal from them easier. I also recommend checking out my letting go video. I have a few videos on letting go and how to get past heavy emotions through letting go. Now, the second technique, vision boards. This is one of my favorites. Vision boards, if you get a clear idea of what exactly you want, sit down and visualize, imagine what exactly would make you happy. Here are 2 questions on how you can actually get a better idea on that, which is ask yourself, and also maybe even journal, ask yourself, if I could not fail, what would I do? And if life were perfect, what would I be doing? Ask yourself those questions, and then once you have more ideas of your goals, better ideas of what your goals are, try to take some digital pictures. Take some digital pictures online and maybe even do like some photo editing, photo splicing with apps or whatever to create what goals you want, and then put them together in a Google Doc or a presentation or somewhere that you can put all these pictures together and print it out. Put it in the back or the front of your journal so that every time you see it, if you have a journal, or if you don't have a journal, put it right on your door. Sorry, I'm looking at my door right now. Probably can't see it because the camera's not looking that way. But go ahead and put it on your door or have it somewhere that you can see it every day. And when you see, it then helps clear the focus of, oh, what am I trying to do? There are several days where I have gotten to the point of, oh, what exactly are my goals again? And I would open it up and see, oh, that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve. So then the third technique is, what would the best version of me do? Whenever you get stuck in a specific issue or situation, what would the best version of me do? And you can sit there and visualize, what would the best version of me do to complete the specific situation? Or how would the best version of myself deal with this problem? And that is the best way to help get your mind and the cogs in your head turning to really create a solution for your problem. So, one last thing. I'll go into summary of just everything that we talked about as a recap, and then I'll give you one last secret piece of information. Now, before we get to the recap, I'll teach you a quick, simple, step-by-step how to use visualization within your meditation, and that secret tip I wanted to give you. Now, first, when it comes to doing a guided or a visualization meditation, I also recommend doing guided because having a calm, clear, my personal choice, feminine voice to be able to clearly walk you through these specific visualizations. But here's a fun thing that you can do. Sit down and find a comfortable place that you want to sit. That's step 1. Step 1, find a place and get relaxed. Step 2, take that holotropic breathing of 6 rounds of 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Make sure it is good, deep, relaxing breaths. Then next, what you want to do is, once you start feel relaxed after the breathing, create a visualization of a happy place, either a beach or a garden, and imagine what you first feel: the sun on you, feel the environment under your feet, the sand or the grass or the gravel, if you're into that. And then imagine who's there with you. Who do you want there to be with you? Who makes you happy? Who makes you calm? Imagine the sounds that you hear, the rustling of the leaves with the wind, or the sounds of the waves crashing. Imagine the birds chirping. Really get invested and fall deep into this experience. And then imagine specifically a relaxing place to sit or lay. And you're not going to fall asleep in this visualization. What you're going to do is you're going to sit there and watch the clouds. Keep the sounds, maybe lay in a hammock or lay in a chair of your choice and visualize. Just watching yourself watch the clouds. Just watch the clouds and enjoy the feeling of that new environment that you created. Maybe even at some point just start having some fun. So use this environment to be able to create a place for you to sit and enjoy. And that is that is a starting tip, starting guide on how you can easily begin to use your imagination for one, practice, and two, just creating a happy place for yourself. Now, the secret, time to get my handy dandy notebook. So, in my handy dandy notebook, let's see. Here it is. So, in my handy dandy notebook, the secret to a great visualization is a little formula. I know we're out of school or still in school. No matter what, you like, hate math, but it's a very simple formula. It's all letters though, so algebra. It's I plus E plus R equals V. Now, intention. What do you intend to happen? What do you intend to see? E, emotion. Feel as clear as day the emotions. And R, repetition. Repeat this. The more you do it, the more repetitions you put in, the better results you'll get. And V, I plus E plus R, the intentions, the emotions, and the repetition all come together to create an amazing visualization. So, thank you very much for watching this video. To recap, we went over what visualization and visualization meditations are. We went over the science of how it works, the benefits, specific tips on how to visualize, and a walkthrough of how to do a guided meditation or meditation for visualization. There are many guided meditations down in YouTube, and if I ever make one, I'll post it down in the description or link it up wherever this video it links. So, and finally, I gave you that tip. Emotions, intention, and repetition are the most important things when creating a visualization. So, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sitting here and watching all the way through. If you enjoyed, then go ahead and click the like button. It really helps. If you want to see more, subscribe. That helps a lot. And then if you want somebody else to learn from some of this stuff, then go ahead and share. So, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.